Let's see. Swap over like this. There we go. Do this. Grab that. All the things. Okay. And do this. Let's see. Pin that. I do wish you could pin before going live on Twitch. Unfortunately, the problem is whenever I pin before going live, it's like, no, no, no. We can't have this. Oh no, I'm being a bad content creator. I forgot something. All right, I'm going to fix it real quick. Don't worry. It's fine. It's fine. I just have to change the build command real quick. Wait, do I even have a build command on? I might not even have a build command on. Let's find out. Shout out YouTube, defenses, Discord. Yeah, I don't. Okay, cool. Okay. There we go. Everything's good, right? I think everything's good now. How's it going, Snow? You came in right as I was trying to make sure everything was good. And it looks like it is. Yeah, I need to move this over here. All right, seems to be. Everything's stable. Bit rates are good. Now, the real question is, am I going to get destroyed here? This is my first mono on this character. I probably should have tested before starting the stream. But I need EXP so I can put on my Wraith Lord. So, you know, sometimes you just YOLO it and take a very long time to load the barren slums. I think if I play another build after this, I'm going to go back to offline just so I don't have to deal with these long loading screens. Because, like, this is kind of ridiculous. Oh no. Is it the zoning problem? I had a problem earlier where it would like get stuck while I was zoning. A couple times the game just straight crashed. And a couple times, oh, okay, it loaded in. Good, good. Here I have my continued like minion army garbage. I need to make it into something better soon. But for now, we've got minion army garbage. Ooh. Hey, I mean, enemies are dying. That's good. It's a good sign. Oh, wrong guy has the Infernal Shade. Whoops. Oh, Dread Shade, not Infernal Shade. So until Thursday, I wasn't taking very long. And now, when I was leveling this character, I literally had on Friday. Wait, is today Friday or Saturday? Maybe I'm off by a day. I don't know. Days are hard. Yeah, 2 days ago was fine. Yesterday, I had some 10-minute loading screens where I had to reload the game, where it just would not zone into the next area. But only in multiplayer. The second I set it to offline, it was fine again. And so I think if I play another build, oh, but half of my gear, oh, that sucks. I'd have to refarm blast knives and stuff. It's so frustrating. Like, my gear is so horribly split between online and offline at this point. I should just pick one and play it, which honestly is probably just going to be offline, so that I don't have to deal with server stuff. All right, so far so good. Build is actually capable of killing things. Oh yeah, did I unlock? Yes, I did. Okay, that's kind of a bad node. This node gives me res. Do I need that res? I think... Okay, yes, I need the res, and if I get the res there, I can drop these nodes, because I don't think int is super impactful. And I can grab Stolen Vitality instead. Minion crit multi is kind of insane. But also, minion crit chance. Now, we're going to go minion crit chance for now. Yeah, it's very inconsistent. Also depends on what gateway you're connecting through, i.e. me connecting through US East is going to be a different experience from someone connecting through Australia, or I think there's a US West. Yeah, it's a little frustrating how inconsistent it is, to be honest with you. Okay. I'm not really worried about going through this quickly. Instead, my goal is to kill stuff along the way, and ooh, I got ambushed. All right. Put up my Dread Shade. I don't think he was very impactful while leveling. I probably should have gone with Infernal Shade instead. When I get my 5th slot, I'm going to definitely try Infernal Shade. Yep. I would do it. But yeah, what sort of junk am I hiding right now? Oh, no wonder that's hidden. You know, I kind of want to just keep going through here for a little bit. Again, it's not really about echo completion at the moment. It's more about just getting some EXP. Also some exalted drops, because I'm still wearing trash, like actual trash. Like, I shouldn't show you some of the items I'm wearing. But you know what? It's fine, because my minions are Ooh, I wonder. I have a Death Rattle. I bet I can use that. I bet Death Rattle's good for this build. Especially since most of my damage should be coming from Wraiths soon. Oh, what's the Wraith staff called? I should check that too. I'm going to check all those things after this. This was kind of my do an echo to avoid having to go to town and do inventory management in town, because it lags so much. It's like 2 billion milliseconds of lag. Okay. If I can get to level 50, I think I can put more stuff on. So I think most exalted items require 50 plus. Standing in poison's bad. I don't really advise that. I mean, you can. Nothing's stopping you. In fact, the game's often encouraging you to stand in poison. But I don't really advise it. Are you Merchant's Guild or are you Circle of Fortune? Because if you're Circle of Fortune, I would be very surprised if you only had 2 exalted items equipped by level 80. And if you are Merchant's Guild, yeah, that makes sense. That tracks. If you're Circle of Fortune, my recommendation is use more of your prophecies to target exalted items instead of just going after uniques. Because you will get quite a few. And it really, really picks up once you hit Circle of Fortune 8. Okay, level 49. Good enough. Out we go. And more minion crit, because I want to be able to do Blades of a Forlorn. Ooh. Vitality move speed. You know? It's actually kind of sweet. 52, though. Death. Oh. Okay, Death R for Death Rattle. Here we go. 48% minion crit multi. Versus 52. I put on the 52. Okay. That makes sense. I'm using some of the most random stuff. When I made the video talking about this, I was like, I'm using Cleaver Solution because it does +1 to all skills. Let's see. Wraith Lord's Harbor. You know, I bet I could use a Ghost Maker. I bet I could use the really bad Ghost Makers. Let's use this one. At least try it out. Wait, no, that's the Merchant's Guild tagged one. Never mind, I can't use that. What level do I need to be for weapons? Looks like 52 is where... Oh, wait, this one. Oh, but there's nothing Minion on it. I mean, I could shove Minion onto this, but I don't think it's worth wasting a Exalted Ignite chance just to shove Minion on it for like 3 levels. Also, I think I should be using a staff. Because I'm pretty sure those have the best Minion nodes. I'm sure I have. Whoa! That's a shiny staff. I forgot I had that. Too bad it doesn't work for minions. But this does. Prophecy Staff requires level 52. And increased spell damage, ignite, and chill. Oh, such an unfortunate combo. Yeah, needless to say, staves are cool, but a lot of the stuff I have here, pure junk. No, I actually got intelligence on that. I forgot about that. It's pretty bad, though. It's okay, though. I got nice, juicy minion crit multi, and I'm just going to get to, like, 52 in the next one. See what drops on the floor. Go from there. Let's see. Just double-checking a couple things here. Okay, that's looking good. It's looking good. Okay. There we go. Drops idols. You know, I was going to say, I have a bunch of empty idol slots, so anything it drops that shows up on my filter is probably a good thing right now. I think I should have leveled Death Knights instead of Skeletal Mages. But I'm not going to re-level to test that, so that's a forever untested theory. Well, not forever. I'm sure I'll level Necromancer again at some point. But it's a for quite a while untested theory. Also, as good as Bone Golem is, or Death Chill Golem, I suspect after a little bit I'm going to drop him. Because I don't think he's that impactful. So, what damage type? Minion damage. I have no idea if you can get a Flame Wraith Lord or a Putrescent, I think it is, or Putrid Wraith Lord. I suspect not, though. I strongly suspect you can't do that. We'll see. It's the sort of questions that you only find out if you actually look into the build before playing it, which I have not done. Wait, is Wraithlord base physical? I have no idea. I haven't even looked at the tags. I'll be honest with you. My plan was to look at the tags when I actually equipped the item. which is in, you know, about 10 levels. We'll get there soon. Let's see. Dreadshade. I don't think this has been doing much, but AoE is nice. I also don't think I really need Dreadshade outside of bosses, to be fair. Oh, yeah, look at that AoE. Look at all those buffs. Me too, when I'm actually trying to make something with them, but because I know Wraith Lord modifies the Summon Wraith skill, I just haven't looked yet. While leveling, I just YOLO'd it. I was like, I don't know, minions must equal good. I feel like it's going to be super good, because the downside of it is that it makes things take increased damage. But if I put it on a Wraith, that's going to just get eaten anyway, or like die anyway. Yeah, it's a little annoying that I have to resummon it every once in a while, but it should be fine. Though, oh, I bet the auto crit version's on. I bet you put the auto crit version on and put it on the Wraith Lord. That actually sounds really badass. Because he's going to do all of your damage anyway, and he's just going to eat the little guys. So I'll probably have to respec Dreadshade at some point. I'm noticing bigger minion crits. Turns out when you give your minions crit rating, it's pretty nice. Should probably also increase my mana efficiency just a little bit more. Maybe just get a little mana regen on Belt or something. Because I'm sure I don't need much minion life. I don't know, I'm used to Falconer, which is, you know, the good kind of minion in an ARPG, where it just can't take damage. Wait. You can summon 3 Wraith Lords? I thought you could only get 1. I'll have to test that. Let's go up here. Because if we go through things like amulets and relics, we can actually get upgrades. I don't mind doing an arena as much right now. It's just EXP. Yeah, I'm specifically planning to build around the helmet. So anything before that is kind of, anything that gets me there is fine. Not really worried about optimizing. That's also why I didn't read anything about minion tags and stuff, because I'm like, I'm sure it changes once I get there, so it's fine. It's not like I really struggled. Act 5 was a little brutal. My minions kind of got obliterated, but also it's Act 5, so like, if you're not getting obliterated, what are you even doing with your life? See, I based mine off of absolutely nothing. My plan for what I'm basing my build off of is equip item, read skills, question mark, profit. In fact, I didn't even know Rise was playing last Epoch. Never mind that he was playing Wraith Lord. I've been very, very, very busy making content for last Epoch. And so I've basically, unless I personally know the content creator and talk to them, I have zero idea what anybody else is doing. With a couple of very small exceptions. Like I did actually check what Ziggy was doing. It looked like he was having a lot of fun with trying to make Acid Flask viable. So what I do for that is, because I don't know too much about what a lot of them do, I just go to Maxwell's database and put in words. I wanted to try Infernal Shade. So let's see. What does Infernal Shade do? So you can put it on a minion and it hastes them. Okay, so you could use it as like a boss button. Oh. Okay, so you could just put it on a Wraith Lord until you kill it. That sounds really awkward, but really, really powerful. Hey, I'm glad you liked the crafting video. Ooh, I like Shifting Doom. I have no idea if this is good or not. See, this is the thing. At low level, I find it's generally very easy to just do whatever. Chance to create a Blaze Shade. Well, that sounds sweet. All right, I'm going to do that. And then put 3. There we go. And I don't know, probably come over here. Oh yeah, explode. That seems fun. Though I probably should have read this stuff. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine. See, minion damage amulet. That'll be neat for later. I can shatter that. It's only 2/2. Yeah, we'll just straight shatter. I'm definitely going to be looking for something that has fairly high quality of life. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm sure one-shotting bosses and all is fun, but I'm not going to care if I take 8 seconds longer to kill a boss if I have 80% more quality of life. I should have stopped at 2 here and put 3 here. Whatever. Disciples of Necromancy gets delayed a little bit. I'm going to swap off Skeleton. You know, maybe I don't even take Disciples of Necromancy, because I am going to swap off Skeleton Mages soon. Not going to play with the Exiled Mages. Having experimental mods will be pretty sweet, but I can worry about that later. Mostly just for the boot mod. But right now I'm still using the Advent of the Erased anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Standing in that's probably bad. I mean, I can't imagine it would be good to stand in all the red circles on the ground. Well, one of my mages died. I just realized I spec'd into something and I don't have a button for it. Because I'm using Transplant. Maybe I'll just worry about Infernal Shade later, after I drop the Golem. I think, like a lot of games, Last Epoch has its high points and it has its low points. An example of a low point, it's going to take a lot of time to get back into the same corruption as my last character, which is really unfortunate. An example of a high point, I'm playing a soon-to-be Wraith Lord build without doing any research on it. And in terms of at-level content, it's doing totally fine. Now, you are 89 doing 100 monoliths. You have resists maxed, 1,500 health, 100% crit res, and you're getting chunked. What are you missing? About 2,500 health. Or I guess I should say about 1,000 more health. Because if you really don't want to get chunked in 100 monos, you want 2 to 2.5k on a lot of builds. Though, depending on your class, maybe you don't need health, maybe you need ward, maybe you need block, maybe you need glancing blows. There's plenty of other defensive things. Health's the most generic, though. In short, extra defensive layers. No. Let's see. Yeah, mana's definitely a little bit awkward when I spam Wraith like that. When I spam Wraith, things get deleted, so I'm going to keep spamming Wraith. I do damage. Do a lot of damage, actually. Ooh. You know, as funny as this is, I think it's... Oh, god damn it. I was like, I think it's time to put something new on, but then I realized, nope, it's level 60. I can't even put it on yet. That gets shattered. All right. I could go up here or I could go down here. I'm going to go down here. I'll level up the Infernal Shade stuff later. Mostly because I can't use it anyway right now. I say that, honestly, am I even getting that much from Dread Shade right now? Probably not. So, we're going to have some fun with Infernal Shade. Is this optimal? I have no idea. Is this fun? Yes, because it's a new toy. New toys are shiny. It's what you do. You put on a new toy. I think that was one of the big boy ones. Well, goodbye, mages. I don't know what you guys stood in, but you should probably not do that. Playing Necromancer in Last Epoch feels like Raid Leader Simulator from World of Warcraft, where people are just constantly standing in a fire and dying, and they want you to think it's your fault. It's like, no, you guys stood in a fire. It's your fault. Stop standing in a fire. I think it's those overhead things that keep nuking the minions. You know, let's put an Infernal Shade over here. I'll be honest, right now, I have no idea what the Infernal Shade is even doing, but probably not much. It almost just feels like an extra button for the sake of it, which maybe I should grab Volatile Zombies. Oh, I'm going to die here. Yeah. That lag. That is an incredibly general question. What Warlock? You know what? I have an idea. Let's do this instead. What if I just make a huge tanky boy? Typing is hard. Explosive Slam. Devouring Souls. Wait. I need to remove points because this is cooler than I thought. Stomp. Oh, okay. So what I can do is give it all sorts of special abilities. All right. And then I do this, where I summon all my skeletons. How many skeletons do I get? 4. Mages. Bony boy. Now I wait for mana. And then I summon 8 wraiths and then eat them all. Boom. Wait, how is this supposed to work? Oh, hold. Oh. Whoops. Okay, we're going to try this again. Should have read that before. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Now we have an actual abomination. He didn't quite eat everything, but it's fine. Close enough. And now I can put transplant back. See how the abomination does now. Yeah, basically if you're using a ladle swap, again, it kind of comes down to your build because Self-Ignite Warlock, that could be several things. But whatever you have on your other weapon, you put on your ladle. I.e., if you're playing a Torment build, same thing as you have on your Ghost Maker. Ooh. Well, the A-bomb died really quickly. So, yeah, we're going to go back to something else. If I'm going to put all that effort into making an abomination, I don't know. You kind of can't die that fast. It's not chill. If he doesn't have any leech nodes, I'll swap off of him. If he does have some leech nodes, I'll just grab those. Should be fine. Because leech is the main reason why the skeleton mages are totally chill. I don't really know how the golem's totally chill, but the golem seems totally chill as well at the moment. I'm just not going to question it. It's like, okay, you have no right to be alive right now, but you're alive, and that's useful to me. So just keep doing your thing. If not, we might spec into some volatile zombies and see if we can do any fun stuff with them. Hey, depending on your question, I might have an answer. And I might not. Only way to know is if you ask the question. Okay. Oh, health leech. Okay. So I can potentially use A-bomb. If you want to know how to target farm things, then check out my Rune of Ascendance and target farming guides. Right, I need to get A-bomb one more level before I can try him again. That looks good. No aura buffs. I don't want to do that yet. Wait. I can't give my targeted minion leech. Unfortunate. I could give it Spirit Plague. That'd be kind of funny. I don't think it'd be very good, but it'd be funny. Wait. When used on an Abomination or Wraith, Dreadshade grants that minion more damage. I don't know. I think I'm just going to go into all for one with this. And then Skelly Mages. What do Skelly Mages get? More cooldown for the Mortar of its... I'm going to say it's super impactful, just so that I'm not sad because I took it. Oh, a portion of your health regen. I don't have enough health regen, though. Yeah, just health and armor. Just make the biggest tanky golem we can. And here... Let's see. Putrid, bleed chance, health stuff. I don't think any of this really... Oh, I could very much use some mana efficiency. Yeah, this is where I should have +1 Skelly. It's fine, though. Okay, now we go fast. Mana feels much, much better now. Imagine if I could give 100% crit chance to my minions. Hey, Shrine, we're zooming. Well, I can now try A-bomb again. I don't think I'm going to even bother trying to feed it skeletons this time. The skeletons don't really add very much. Just going to feed it a whole bunch of... Wait, was this right where I started? Did I literally start right on the boss and not notice? I think I did. Oh, that was some pretty good damage. I want to go get those boots. Yoink. And I'm out of here. And you get Health Leech. Because now this hopefully makes the Abomination immortal. Okay. Now we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we wait for mana to get to like half. There we go. Big old Bomber boy. He's gonna hopefully mess everything up. See how that goes. If he dies again, I'm specking out of this. Like, I want my smooth and easy EXP. My loot filter guide talks about how to highlight affixes by tier. You can apply that to anything you want. Wait, did it die already? Okay, yeah, Abomination probably needs dedicated investment. The rest of my minions are surviving way better, so I'm just going to ignore it. Yeah, that sounds very useful when I'm using like 12 minions, Mel. Ooh, EXP. All right, gotta kill until the shrine falls off then. Wait, I can spam wraiths more. Your friends are bored with monolith pushing. What do you do? That's a hard one, because I think monolith pushing is genuinely boring and they need to improve it. So early on I used Doublet of Onos Tull, and I never really felt the need to get even more damage. I mean, finding people builds to play could help. The issue with finding people builds to play is then they have to reroll, and rerolling is a painful process. And so for some people, yeah, finding another fun build will definitely help. For other people, they're going to be like, yeah, but I was having fun with this other thing, and I don't want to have to redo my progress. So it kind of depends. You know your friends better than I do. All right, I'm going to try Volatile Zombie, because I haven't done that yet. Let's see, summon Volatile Zombie. Ooh, that seems good. Ooh. Additional zombies is kind of good. Creates corpse parasites. Hit damage against boss. I'm sorry, what? That seems very good. Kill threshold. Could go necrotic and fear stuff. Giant zombie. Armor shred. Ignite. Stationary boom. Okay. Ooh. Awakening presence. I know what I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when a minion dies, I now get free volatile zombies. I'm going to go into the more hit damage threshold and then dreadful horde. So I have a button to press. See, I don't think League mechanics will actually fix a lot of things. Not saying it would hurt, but I don't think it really fixes the problem right now. Because the way Last Epoch is set up, content is your build. Ooh, that was fast. And so, if anything, they need to add more progression systems that apply to builds. I think at this point, you know, I'd rather have these on. Yeah, they need to add more build-based progression systems. That would help. $54. So I should be able to equip a lot of stuff now. All right, let's go hunting through tabs for a minion weapon. No, all the minion weapons have X's on them still. This doesn't. +1 to all minion skills. Melee void damage. Minion necrotic pen. You know, that's kind of neat. Minion melee and minion bow. Half of my minions are spellcasters, though I'd really need melee spell. So that's kind of a problem. The way Last Epoch's set up is it is definitely a good first experience, but it's a live service game. And if you come back to it time and time again, what's the reason to keep coming back? Ooh. That's really good. Let's put that on. And whatever. Crit chance for you and your minions. Minion health regen. You know, minion health shards. Not actually wait. Level of summon bone golem. Buff up Bony Boy temporarily? Sure. You know, I'm actually completely fine with that. This is a temporary helmet. I don't think they should add forging potential. I think if anything, they should give you more ways to spend forging potential. I should probably put that on, and I should definitely put this on. This goes here. The problem with adding forging potential is then you have to account for the ability to add forging potential. Oh, wow, that's so much better. Necrotic res, mana, endurance. I mean, that's fine. Minion dodge rating doesn't really help much. Let's put this on. Minion damage. Yeah, some endurance is cool. All right. Gloves. I think I just go with whatever minion damage I can on gloves, if I've even picked up a pair of minion damage gloves, which I'll be honest, I probably haven't. Wait. Wait, what summon stuff have I picked up? Summon volatile zombies. Soul Feast and summon skeletons. Crit chance for skeletal mages. Ooh, that would be neat to have for now. Yes, gold drops more in empowered monos. Hey, thank you very much, Quicksilver. All right. What's the lowest level skeletal mage chest that I have? Hey, welcome on in. That's 71. This is 77. It's a little unfortunate. All right, I don't have any low level ones. Got it. I'm just going to grab any old. Yeah, any old chest. That one seems pretty okay. Big ol' int blob. And for rings, I think I just look at minion. I'm sure I have some minion rings. Question is, how many of them can I use? That one I can use. Oh, minion damage, health regen, fizz res. You know what? Sold. Whatever resistances do I need? Void res. So this is the lazy way to gear. Minion health, necrotic res. No. I know I have a lot of necrotic res gear because I was just playing a necrotic res stacker, but I want something that is not necrotic res on my belt. Like that, actually. That's a really solid base. Yeah. I can't say that I'm playing and enjoying the build yet. I'm still trying to level up and get there, but I've had a really easy time leveling up to this point. What shields can I wear? I bet I can wear something better than the slab. Okay, maybe I can't quite because level requirements. Oh, never mind. That's better. That's way better than the slab. Yeah, I have the helmet. I just can't equip it because it requires 65. As for a balance where items have enough to make it... Yeah, I think more ways to spend forging potential so that you can overall improve your items would be good. I don't think every crafting attempt should result in a perfect or even a usable item. Some of them definitely should. And the more you know, the higher your chances of success. But these games are all built on at least some level of randomness. Because when you make things too deterministic, even if it's only too deterministic for the top players, people get bored that much faster. God, why did I save all this necrotic res gear? It's actually a problem. Because now I have 2 million things that are all necrotic res. I thought I'd be slamming more Malin's Hubris. And then I hit the slam on Malin's Hubris in like 2. Oh, okay, actually this one's fine. I should reroll the dodge rating. Do I care about this as a piece? No. Poison res. I think that's useful. I'm going to assume that's useful. Cool. We have now geared out a little more. Oh no, I very rarely play minion builds. Minion builds in ARPGs are often a lesson in frustration. Yeah, I get +1 Skelly Mage. Yay. There we go. More Skelly Mages. Yeah. Did I get... No, I didn't get plus levels. That's right. Do you have specific questions about Endgame, or do you just want a general overview? Because the general overview is run monoliths, get corruption, run more monoliths to get higher corruption. If I had the experimental stats, then it would probably be on a much higher level version. I don't think I have any low level ones right now. Yeah, usually my problem with minion builds is the AI sucks. And you know what? That might be the same for Wraith Lord. We'll find out. I haven't gotten there yet. Got a 2LP version of a helmet, so I'm willing to give it a shot, but you never know. Yeah, general overview. Arena is not endgame content. It is for bug abusers and people who need very specific items who have to go there. Run monoliths. Kill the boss. Build corruption. Defeat Shade of Oribus. Repeat until you can't repeat anymore. And then for dungeons, do you need an item from Lightless Arbor or the Soulfire Bastion? If yes, run it. Otherwise, the only dungeon that exists is the Temporal Sanctum. You go there to make legendaries. Oh, and if you're not in empowered monos, just keep going to the top. I don't know. If you want a much better summary, then you'll have to check out my video on Endgame. This was the rambly Cliff Notes version. Do people even use Cliff Notes anymore? I don't know. Good question. Probably a question for all the people who are still in school, which, statistically speaking, if you're watching this video, you're probably not in school. I mean, most of the people at 3K, if not all of them, are abusing bugs that make your character immortal to get there. Wait, did I get what I just... Damn! Health regen with mana and int on a mage body armor that has mana regen. That's pretty neat. Oh, of course I get that now. Now that I'm not playing Warlock anymore. Let's see. Being here. where way back in the day, I barely played any ARPGs. I played a lot of MMOs. But after going hard in World of Warcraft, and by hard I mean like top 30 US guild, I just got tired of it. I got tired of the fact that with all the dailies and all the extra characters, it started to feel more like an unpaid job. And so here I am. Because now I get to control the grind. And now I get to decide, you know, this is enough. Time to move on to the next game. Which, I'll be honest, when it comes to leveling in Last Epoch, I think I've hit that for now. Mostly because the servers were pretty meh when I leveled last. 10-minute load screens are something that I have very low patience for. But I don't know, we'll see. I kind of want to try Jeklor's Marksman or Jelkor's... I can never remember how to pronounce that darn thing. Detonating Arrow Marksman, but melee. Might do that after this. I also have to, you know, actually figure out what I'm doing with his minion build. So far, I really like the Volatile Zombie add-in because it's just one button. Oh, build progression that I think would help the endgame. Sure. So right now, what you do, your build progression loop. If you're not a casual player, you basically go into regular monoliths, rush to 90 monos as fast as possible, then start pushing corruption. If you're a casual player, I think you spend more time going through normal monos. The purpose of that should really be to teach you the basics of the game. And that after you understand the basics, you should be out of that. But you have to do it for every alt. Which leads to my first frustration point, which is I spend a lot of time in the part of a game that I don't enjoy, which is progressing normal monoliths, and then pushing up corruption, which ends up making the game feel alt-unfriendly. But if I made the game more alt-friendly, the question is, would people run out of content too fast, where they go, all right, I leveled 8 characters in 2 days, what do I do now? And unfortunately, I think the answer's kind of yes. So to fix that, I think there has to be more interesting things that you do in that middle phase. Give me just 1 second. Hold that thought. I want to see if there's any other minion leech nodes or minion health nodes. Oh, that's my health. The cost of minion health. Minion health regen. Health and minion stuff. Minion health. Okay, here we go. I'm going to grab a couple points in Grave Thorns. Okay, so what I would like to see is meta progression systems that you could work on for your account rather than just progression for your character if they're going to have long and grindy systems. An example of this is corruption is a meta progression system. Or at least it should be. But if you get to 2,000 corruption on one build and want to push beyond 2,000 on a different build, you shouldn't have to get back up to 2,000. I also think blessings are a meta progression system, or at least should be. Then in addition, I would like to see more meaningful choices when gearing, where right now you only have 2 kind of very specific build paths. You either go health or you go ward. And then everyone builds armor, or almost everyone builds armor. Like, give us a little bit more variety within a given mastery. Because it's very hard to build, let's just say, armor on a marksman. You kind of have to go dodge and glancing blow at that point. Almost like influences in Path of Exile. Influences in Path of Exile give you lots of extra build crafting options, which means you spend more time on builds, especially because Path of Exile is very alt-friendly due to the fact that you can resell all your gear and recoup the value that you put into it. Yeah, something like Atlas progression. Now, once you get those underlying systems down, that's when I think you can start adding in the League mechanic content. Because I'm not saying they shouldn't have League mechanic content. I just think that while in Path of Exile, because the game is so economy focused, adding farming things is content. In Last Epoch, build things are content, so you need to give people more build options first, then give them ways to farm for them. If you give everyone a billion ways to farm for them, but don't give them more builds to farm for, then everyone would be like, okay, but why am I doing this? What's the point? Whereas if there's all these cool influences tied to League mechanics, you know, like experimental affixes, they're kind of an influence. All of a sudden, it feels really fun because you have stuff to do and you have reasons to do it. Where next? And now that I've big old zombie. Wait, can big old zombie? You now summon a single large zombie. Okay. This doesn't tell me if I'm limited to one, though, or if I can indirectly summon Giga Zombies. I don't know. I'm just going to go here for now. And then here for now, so that I heal myself when my zombies go boom. Wait, when a zombie dies, it has a chance to cast Infernal Shade on an enemy near the zombie. Ooh. Wait, so I can zombie into Infernal Shade? That's neat. Kind of should have used that while leveling. Yeah, especially because right now, your choice is basically, can I put ward gear on? If yes, you just automatically always go ward. It is insanely disgusting. And if you can't, if you're like, oh, well, no matter what I do, I can't fit ward into this build, or I just don't have the gear yet, then you go life. See, my problem with the build diversity isn't actually with the build diversity. It's with how you build those characters and how you're discouraged from building those characters. That the game explicitly gatekeeps its harder content if you enjoy playing a variety of builds. It's like, oh, you haven't played one character for 100 hours? Sorry, you don't get to do the hard stuff. You don't really get to min-max. Because you can't actually transfer that progress from one character to another. I could go in, like on my last character, I could have kept playing Torment Warlock until I farmed, I don't know, let's just say a 4 LP Wraith Lord's Harbor. Something super OP and awesome. But then I'm going to take a 4 LP Wraith Lord's Harbor build into normal monos. That just feels terrible. Oh no, what I'm saying is, can I use the summon zombie node that gives me multiple zombies with the big zombie mode? So it's not any ARPG ever though, Maka. Or Mocha? This is almost a uniquely specific problem to Last Epoch. Admittedly, maybe it'd be a problem in D4 if D4 actually had difficulty. I don't know. D4 doesn't have actual difficulty, so we're going to exclude that. But in PoE, if I farm up, let's just pick something ridiculous, because I mentioned a 4 LP Wraith Lord, 1,000 divines, right? And I take my 1,000 divines and make a new build. I can just go into tier 17 Delirious maps with that 1,000 divine build. I'm not gatekept from having to grind up again on my new character. And that's what I don't like about Last Epoch. Especially since it's being billed as a live service. I'd view this very differently if EHG said, you know, we've released Last Epoch. You know, we have created the game. It's out. It's good. Kind of like, you know, Grim Dawn. Because at that point, there's no expectation of constantly coming back and replaying stuff. It's, well, you can play it or not. Yeah, it feels like Delve and Delve League, where because it was character bound, the fun part was hidden away, and most people would never even get there. And like, yeah, I know, you can have fun with the early game in Last Epoch. But can you imagine yourself doing this for years? Oh, yeah. So what I get that part. But let's just say, to use Piri as a direct comparison, because I think it's the most comparable, or even Torchlight Infinite, you can compare that too. In both of those games, you have this very short period of a few hours where you're leveling up to get to the fun stuff. But then you put on all your endgame gear and you're just in the endgame and immediately blasting, provided you've already progressed it. What I don't like is having to reprogress in a game where I think its strength should be playing multiple builds. Oh, wait. No, never mind. Necromancer's already dead. That's where I'm coming from with that. Is it time to get rid of the skeletal mages? It might be time to get rid of the skeletal mages. Nah, probably not yet. I think I'll get rid of skeletal mages at 65. When I can actually swap into Wraithlord. Yeah, I'm very frustrated with the fact that they said they're not fixing game-breaking bugs. Because this is going to sound bad. Take it with a little bit of a grain of salt before anyone writes any rage comments or anything. But if you are quitting Last Epoch because your bugged build that is giving 10 times as much ward gets fixed, and instead of being the most OP thing ever, it is just ridiculously good, I don't think the developer should listen to you, because I think you were going to quit over the next little thing anyway. And I don't think that's most people. I think most people, while yes, they might be worried about, will this brick my build, will find that actually, once the Profane Veil bug's fixed, their build's still good. And you know what? If EHG does some quick internal testing and they find out at 4% it would brick a number of builds, they could make it 8%. They could say, we fixed this bug because we believe in fixing bugs, but we've also buffed it to do double what we originally intended, and we'll put that back at the end of the season so that you can still play your build for now. Since this is just a number thing, it should be relatively easy to do that. But honestly, I think 16k ward... Wait, is it 16? I mean, regardless, 16k, 10k, whatever. That's totally fine. That's still going to be really, really, really strong outside of, like, super high corruption and arena pushing, which I don't think is most people. I think that's like 0.1% at best. You know, Spy Guy, I'm going to agree with you. I kind of wish that Last Epoch had come out as a single player focused game. Yes, Kolba, the reason they've given is they don't want to brick people's builds, which I think that is a good reason when the build is not significantly overperforming. Like if the build needed a bug to be remotely viable, not super insane or anything like that, but just it's kind of viable. You can play it. It's not the best. It's, I don't know. If it was on the actual tier list, it would be a C tier or maybe a B tier build. Then yeah, leave it. Sure, if that's the case. But this is not that. This is so disgustingly overperforming that there's no question that it should be fixed. Because otherwise, A, the leaderboards, you might as well just straight delete them. And B, you're doing a massive disservice to anyone playing the Merchant's Guild. Because now I could respec my Torment Lock to be Ward Abuse Lock. I could go farm as a Merchant's Guild member at like 2,000-3,000 corruption. Now I am just 10 times better at generating loot than you. I will have such a huge economic advantage that you might as well just not play. Or, you know, you can get my scraps, the things that I don't think are good enough. Because if I have a 4 or 5 times advantage, that means I can pay 4 or 5 times as much. That means I will sell 4 and 5 times as many things. Yeah, I also think in this case, it's not even bricking. I think it's the difference between you can do 1,000 corruption comfortably and you can do 10,000. And I'm going to be honest. I don't think most of the people doing 10,000 corruption are the casuals who will be really upset. They're the people who are power users who are like exploit early and exploit often. And they know what the game is. They know the rules of the road. It's fine. Now, another concern that EHG had was, okay, if we reset the ladder, people will save all their ladder stuff and all their bugs until the very end when it makes it much harder for us to fix next cycle. And to that I say, that's what banning people is for. If someone is saving a bug and they've kept it secret, and they're specifically abusing it right at the end to get their name immortalized so that you can't fix it, you remove their name, you ban them, and you move on. Because 99% of people will not do that. And that very much gets into the, they knew what they were doing and it is malicious. You don't accidentally discover a bug and accidentally use it on the last day to rank up on the ladder. It's not an accident at that point. Yeah, that's a very small edge case where someone's abusing something. And you know what? There's nothing stopping people from doing that right now. The only thing stopping them is the fact that the minute anything becomes remotely publicized, 2 billion people will want to jump on it and abuse it for themselves. And then it becomes a thing that the devs know about and can deal with. Because social media is a thing. And social media causes all that to happen. Oh, right. Don't stand in fire. Fire bad. Was not paying attention to the floor there. Okay. Get out of here. The community is a little more mixed than I expected. I polled my audience, which, sure, my audience is not the entire Last Epoch community. But I think based on, you know, the number of unique views I've gotten, it's a significant enough portion that I can kind of extrapolate. And it was split about 60-40. So there's definitely a portion of people who don't want it nerfed. But it's not like I asked, will you quit the game if it's nerfed? Because I don't think there's any point in those overly dramatic reactionary takes. Not for something like this. Just like how, if it's not nerfed, am I quitting the game? No. Does it have an impact on how long I play? I mean, honestly, probably just because if I know that's a thing, it's going to cut off me trying to do something like Arena. That's probably well, I'm really bored, so I'm going to go play something else versus, well, I'm really bored, so I might as well push Arena. You know, it's not that big of a deal. Yes, the two-handed bug is also a weird one because it's like, it doesn't affect builds, except it does. It 100% does. Anyone who made a build involving that, 100% got impacted. Yes, Colbert. I think leaving the bug for Infinite Ward very much negatively affects people who don't care about leaderboards. Because you can push corruption as a member of a merchant's guild. At which point, you are farming more efficiently than everyone else. And so even if you don't care at all about leaderboards, a significant percentage of the player base is affected. I think the health decay stuff's pretty good at the moment. I don't think they need more health. Base necrotic damage is nice. All right, let's do that. Now, do I think it affects you if you're playing offline Circle of Fortune? No, not at all. But also, if you're playing offline Circle of Fortune, I'm pretty sure you could, after the bug's fixed, put it back in. You could just go into your game files and adjust the values somewhere. I have no idea how to do that. That's not my deal. But I'm sure someone could figure it out. Hell, I saw someone who modded Headhunter into Last Epoch, which, assuming the item didn't just crash their game, probably took a lot of effort because it involves, you know, giving you rare mods. That's kind of hilarious, you know? You're trying every build just to see what it feels like. I commend you for that. I don't think I could do that personally. So I think the rubric should be a little bit broader, Kolbe, where is it a bug? Yes, no. If yes, does fixing it impact more players, or does leaving it impact more players? And also, if it's a bug, how much is it causing something to overperform? You know, are we talking 1.5x or are we talking 15x? That if it's a bug that causes significant overperformance and fixing it impacts more players positively than, you know, not fixing it impacts players negatively, it should be a no-brainer. Now, if fixing it impacts more players negatively than not fixing it impacts negatively, that's where careful consideration should be made. But if it's overperforming due to a bug, I would still be in favor of fixing it. I think they just need to give more advanced notice. Be like, we're fixing this because it's a bug. We don't want bugs to be a core part of our game. You know, you have a couple days to shift your builds around. Then if it's a bug that doesn't really impact too many people either way and it's not overperforming, that's where I'm like, all right, you can leave it. Like, it's not a big deal right now. You might as well leave it for the few people who are enjoying a build. But I think that would be the vast minority of bugs. So here's the thing. I know a lot of people get really invested in specific games. I'm not really that sort of person. where I go, oh, this really has me worried for the future of last Epoch. It's not great for things. Like, it's objectively not a great choice. But I'll just see. I'll give them the feedback, because I think they're making a mistake. And I'll just see. And if ultimately they change their mind, they fix the bug, it goes well, cool. But then are they going to address other complaints, like adding content? If so, I'll play in 1.1. If you're not adding content in 1.1, I don't know. Depends on what comes out. Maybe a Torchlight season comes out and I play that instead. Maybe there's a good Diablo season and I play that instead. Maybe it's near a PoE league. And I just keep playing PoE. That I have a lot of games I could play. And so while I still want them to do well, ultimately, if they don't, that's their choice. And my choice is what I play and what I spend my time on and what I promote as a result of a company's decisions. So I don't think they're working to fix it behind the curtains yet. The reason I think that is they put out a poll asking people, like, should we be fixing things? Should we not? I kind of don't think you make a poll like that if you're already fixing it. I do think if a majority of players wants them to fix it, then they will. That's a good thing. I'm going to very much disagree with you, Jose. Live services that require you to fully restart are extremely successful to the point where even long-form progression games like MMOs have built restarts into a lot of their content because of how successful it is. While you personally may prefer long-form progression games, in which case I wouldn't particularly recommend live service ARPGs to you, the overall market has very much moved in the direction of restarting stuff. Just look at World of Warcraft seasonal content. Just look at, Path of Exile or really any seasonal ARPG. Just look at raid tiers in MMOs. That a lot of the, maybe all, I'm not 100% sure about Final Fantasy XIV. All of the most successful MMOs, except for RuneScape, have built around this, restart. And what RuneScape does is they just have an insane amount of content. I have no idea how Jagex has managed that. It's another level. And even RuneScape now has been doing restart stuff. Because as it turns out, a lot of people like that. And again, I'm not saying you're wrong to dislike that. That is not my point at all. There's just a lot of games where I would actually prefer they not be live services and not focus on that, quickly progress and move on to the next thing loop. Including some MMOs, to be fair. That's a bit why I stopped playing some MMOs. Ooh, a shield. Let's find out what the shield is. Yeah, it has a lot of advantages. It also gives games infinite replayability. Or at least infinite to an extent. Because people will come back for the content and then leave when they're done with it. Though I also think it's very open to abuse, where if devs start building their content cycles around their monetization cycle rather than around what's actually good for the player, that can be a very big problem. Yeah, I do think that Last Epoch took a lot more lessons from Grim Dawn or Diablo 2 than it did from PoE. But I also think that's a mistake if you're making a live service game with 3-month cycles. Yeah, I heard about that, Quintessence, and that sucks. Toriyama was so influential. And I say that as someone who wasn't even necessarily a huge fan of all of his works, but like, whether it's the entire shonen genre of manga and anime or video games, he was just so influential. Ooh. I have to be slightly careful here. Lots of damage, and I didn't manage my mana correctly. Yeah, just casually inventing tournament arcs. You know what? If my minions keep dying, I think the fix is just summon more wraiths, because wraiths do a lot more damage before they die. And zombies. Yep, zombies finished that off. Cool. Oh. Didn't want to stand in the thing. Yeah, when it comes to Last Epoch's design, I think the problem is the game was built from the ground up, very much inspired by older ARPGs that were, you know, buy once, play forever kind of deals. But they've now made their game into a live service. And I think in doing that, they've very much caused some problems for themselves. Because the weird thing about that is the game feels like it should be more close to that 80-hour endgame experience. Or more of a game that when an expansion comes out, you play it, but not a game that you're expected to come back to every 3 months. And even leading up to 1.0, with like 9.1 and 9.2, those versus 9.0 did not feel like reasons to come back. I guess Runemaster kind of was, but only if you're interested in playing Runemaster. And so, we'll see. Maybe they've just been really focused on 1.0, and they're going to be more agile in their development now. I wouldn't be surprised if they struggle for a bit. Yeah, more like Grim Dawn. I think that would have been, from everything I've seen so far, a more consistent model for them. Let's gamble on this shield. I don't care too much about it. No, I don't want damage reflected. I want, yes. Actually, perfect. All right, let's see what I can make out of this. Oh. Oh, I can't forge it more. Okay. Yeah, I think the Grim Dawn model would have served them very well. But again, we'll see. Maybe 9.0, 9.1, 9.2 were a little bit smaller so that they could release 1.0. And that from now on, we're going to see more 1.0 sized patches. I'd like it to work out. I'm not 100% sure yet, Quintessence. I'm going to start by scaling the Giga Wraith, and I'll just see how that goes. See, the thing here is, I don't really have a plan. I have a drop. I dropped a 2 OP Wraith Lord's Harbor. My plan is use the thing that I dropped that's cool. Yeah, I do think they bit off more than they can chew. My current ARPG rankings. Ooh, so when you say ARPG, are we talking about all ARPGs? Or are we talking about Diablo-like ARPGs specifically? Because if we're talking about Diablo-like games, I'd say despite its flaws, it ranks pretty highly. Like below Path of Exile and Torchlight Infinite, but above most other things. On the other hand, if we're talking about all ARPG games, if it's competing against stuff like Dark Souls, then I'd say it goes down quite a bit. Criteria, what I personally enjoy. If like S tier is, I was going to say a game that I'll always play, but then I realized I don't really have games that I would always play. Because there's a point where even with Path of Exile, I was like, you know, I'm not really enjoying the content right now. I'm going to go play something else for a bit. So let's say a game where I would play most of the content and come back for almost every update, even if I wasn't a content creator. That would be S tier. And then going down to like B tier would be only the big ones / the fun ones. And then F tier is never touching that again. And I think on that scale, if we put aside, you know, any reasons to play something as a content creator, it'd be about B tier for me. My criticism isn't actually about just the end game on its own. There's so many little things, like the online play just feels awful in Last Epoch. That's another thing that it's just weird. The servers do not feel stable. You get these random lag spikes and stuff. Also, itemization is a bit simple, where very often going into a build, I know what sort of stats I'll have on all my items when I'm done before I've even played it. And not just because I have such perfect gear that I can literally pick what I want. It's just there aren't that many options. I wouldn't say it's one thing that completely takes Last Epoch from S tier down to B tier. And to be clear, B tier games are still well worth playing. B tier is still very much in the, when there's content that interests me, I'll play it. So like, I don't want people to think, oh, B tier means it's bad. No, no, no. B tier still means it's good. Also, Path of Exile would be alone in S tier. If I was making this theoretical tier list. Because Torchlight Infinite, if they fix the monetization, it would also be an S tier, but the monetization brings it down to A tier. Ooh. Hello. Funny seeing you here, Minion Damage Ring. Can I equip that? Yes, I can. Fizz Res and Poison Res. I think I want to reroll one of those, right? Oh, never mind. Both are useful. Cool. So I just level these up and don't worry about it too much, because I can always gamble on the Fire Res later. Yeah, I can't forge that till higher level. See, for me personally, I don't think Last Epoch ever has the potential to be S tier, because Last Epoch's a little too theme park. When I'm playing a build, I'm very keenly aware of the fact that I'm playing the developer's build, whereas with Path of Exile, because of the more sandboxy nature, I feel like I'm able to be creative a lot more often. Sure, some builds are assemble Exodia, and all of a sudden you have a charge stacker. But there's a lot of things where it's like, use this unique that no one remembers exists, and, you know, combine it with that rare affix, and all of a sudden you've got an S tier build. There's more problem solving there because the developer isn't just giving you pre-made builds. And really the only two live service ARPGs that handle things that way are Torchlight Infinite and Path of Exile. And so those would be the only two currently that are capable of being S tier. We'll see if Path of Exile 2 can also be S tier. Another game that I feel like has a very high chance of jumping straight to A tier is No Rest for the Wicked, because that looks really cool. Yeah, and again, just because something's not S tier does not mean it's bad. Like, I know a lot of online tier lists, basically, if it's not S tier, that means it's garbage. No. Not what it means at all. Yeah, Ori games, legit, my favorite platformer ever is Ori and the Blind Forest. Absolutely incredible game. So I have very, very, very high hopes going into No Rest for the Wicked. So far, I've seen good things. Also, blending, you know, ARPG and Souls-like, which honestly is just another form of ARPG, or ARPG and roguelike, which you could argue that Diablo is a roguelike. So is that just another form of ARPG? That it's a recipe for success. Hey, I'm doing pretty good. Sorry to hear that you're sad. Hopefully, watching the stream can cheer you up a bit. Trying to get to 65 so that I can equip my Wraith Lord. We're getting there. Ooh, minion damage, minion health. Except it's terrible. That's also terrible. I mean, that's the other thing. I'm just rating all of these games based on what they are right now, not what they may someday be. Because the problem with buying a game based on what it may someday be is the may part. Oh, Toriyama? Yeah. Yeah, that sucks. I don't like the fact that you're warning me about Wraith Lord problems, Quintessence. I have very low patience for minions with bad AI. Very, very low patience. So unless I can force the Wraith Lord to attack stuff, there's a good chance that I'm going to be swapping off of a build very quickly. You know, good point. I could just root him into the ground and just make him into a turret. I think minions do have a key, but I don't know what it is. I'll probably have to keybind it. Unless he doesn't listen to that. A. Well, I'm definitely not going to be hitting A, so we're going to rebind that. Let's see. Does this do anything? No, it doesn't. Settings. Wait, where? Oh, it was under gameplay, wasn't it? Change input keys. See. So just look for A on this list. That'd be the easiest way. A. Minion attack command. Replace. Number pad 6. Cool. Now I have minion attack command bound. Wait, did that save? I think so. Yes. Okay, cool. Sometimes I close out keybinds and then realize you had to actually click something to save it, which is frustrating. Wait a minute. This chest piece is amazing. Why am I not wearing that? What the heck? That's an awesome chest piece to have. Minion health I'll ignore for now. Necro-res, cold res. Cold res I kind of need. Necro-res I definitely don't. Let's try to reroll that. Armor. I can't keep rerolling. All right. Not really using Dreadshed yet, but I will be very soon. I think it's less tunnel vision and more I've just been picking up loot while looking at chat. I am interested in Titan Quest 2. Because I think Titan Quest 2, admittedly I haven't played Titan Quest 1 yet. I'm going to be. But Titan Quest 2 has a lot of room to do something different in the ARPG space because it's one of the few, like, backed by a major company ARPGs that is not being developed as a live service as far as I can tell. Now, I'm hoping I won't find out information that proves me wrong, because I really don't think every ARPG ever made should be a live service. But I'm hoping because it's not, it has a lot more room to do interesting things in the space. We will see. And hey, I'm glad you like my videos. You switched from Abomination to Wraith Lord. Do I have a filter for Wraith Lord? I have a filter for my specific character. Because I don't really make filters based on the build I'm playing. I make filters based on the gear I'm wearing. So you can look at my general how to make a filter video and make your own filter based on that. But I'm very aggressive about what I turn on and turn off based on what I have. So I would not recommend you trying to use my filter. Yeah, I think we need more things in the ARPG space that aren't live services. That is not to say that some live service games aren't good. But the problem is, like I think Last Epoch is going to experience in the form of growing pains, it's very hard to make a live service. And the more live service things that people play, the less time they have for others, and the higher a standard they will hold games to. So here's the interesting thing. When it comes to me judging a game as a content creator, I actually have lower standards than when judging a game as a solo player. Like, as a player, I would be much harsher on Last Epoch than as a content creator. Because I feel like the game aggressively wastes my time. And it needs to fix that. That I probably would have played Falconer in 1.0. And after I finished my Falconer build, I would have said, I will play it again when it no longer wastes my time and punishes me for rerolling. Even if I have all the gear and even if I have all the progression. But as a content creator, I can get something for my time spent doing that, which is why I'm doing it on stream right now. I would not be leveling this character if it was not on stream. You guys are my entertainment to get me through the part of a game that completely wastes my time. Okay, time to defend the town from more cultists. I also think, just in terms of not as a content creator, I would be much more careful about the games I play in terms of live services. Because I wouldn't have time for a lot of them. And saying, hey, I don't have time for this game because it's a live service is a completely fair take. But if I have less time, I'm going to spend more time playing games that I can beat in, 6 hours, rather than games that I play for 100 hours. But I would still play some. Because for some, like for Path of Exile, the experience of some of the League starts, you can't get that in a single player game. It's awesome. And so, yeah, I'd still play some, but I wouldn't play as much. Yep, that's a goal. Oh, wait, I need to go here. Everyone gets something from this. I get to be less bored. You guys get to be less bored. We're 61.5, so we're going to put on Wraith Lord soon, then figure out how that all works. Thank you. And don't worry, if you want to check how it goes, VOD will stay up on YouTube, as always. We're getting there. 61.5. Also, as fun as the zombie stuff is, I probably shouldn't be using it once I get to Wraith Lord. So I say this as someone who has played through Witcher 3 twice. I don't want to say completely against it, but I find it harder and harder to justify live service games that take hundreds of hours past a specific point. Like, there's a point of, yes, it's fun. I'm enjoying exploring it. I had that with New World. I had that with Lost Ark. All that stuff. But it got boring to me before the 100-hour mark. So if a game didn't get good until 100 hours, then it's just not a good game for me. What do you mean by how far did I grind with my main? I don't quite understand the question there. Like, the game needs to be good for the 100 hours. Otherwise, I have no interest in it. Now, if it starts good and stays good, or starts good and gets better, then we're talking. Then I'm willing to put time into a game. But if it starts bad and gets good later, no thanks. Hard pass. Okay, we'll get EXP. That should... Wait, no, I don't want to do this. I want to go fight the boss. I need to go to the next zone. What am I doing? Get out of here. Oh, no. Well, I guess I'm not getting out of here. I don't remember my highest corruption. Because the problem is I've played this game for a very long time, and different numbers of corruption have meant very different things at different times. The first time I really pushed, I got to something like 500. But for the level of power that was in the game back then, 500 was actually really, really high. And then I pushed to 500 on my Falconer and got bored because it was meaningless and I couldn't take it to me or take it with me to my next character. And 500 was super easy on Falconer. Probably could have done 1500 without issue. Let's see if we can get out of here now. Oh, we could. Good. That on and off, I've played this game for about 3 years now. And that's enough time where the shininess starts to wear off and you start to see its flaws. They have addressed some of the flaws. They've made certain aspects way better than when I started. A good example of this is unique items are really, really, really cool. That's because they added legendaries and legendary potential. That wasn't in the game when I started. There's a lot more synergies inbuilt to classes now as well, which is another big improvement that wasn't in the game when I first started playing. So I don't want it to sound like there's nothing they've done. This boss likes murdering minions. That's unfortunate. Have to pay... Whoop. I don't think I have health to tank that. My minions are all just going to get murder-fied. All right. New plan. We're just going to do wraiths. Because everything else is just going to die anyway. So you might as well just focus on wraiths that at least do damage before they die. No. See, here's the thing. I don't hate Last Epoch. And the other thing is I don't get the luxury of putting games down just because they're starting to rub me the wrong way. Don't get me wrong. If I hate something, I'm not going to play it. But if it's just slightly annoying at times, I can't really just go play something else. That's the downside of being a full-time content creator. Kind of like saying, oh, well, your job's annoying you. You should just quit. Which, yeah, if it's terrible, absolutely. But if it's just slightly annoying, not so much. Hey, welcome on in, everyone. Wait, I see first-time chat from a raider, but I don't see a raid. Wait a minute. Oh, there we go. I'm sorry. I completely missed that because I was looking. Pinching Loaf, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome on in. Hey, it's going good. Playing some Last Epoch. Gonna see if Wraith Lord's good. And yeah, like I said, I definitely have some complaints about the game, but overall they're pretty minor. At the very least, until I get bored of trying all the things the game keeps throwing at me. So, yeah. Also, overall, I'd say 1.0 has been pretty good. It's been a good reason to come back to the game. And now, we get to move on to the next echo. Yeah, we'll see about the AI. I'm very, very concerned after what I've heard about the Wraithlord AI. We'll see. We'll see. And any plans for next game? Next game's probably going to be Path of Exile. We'll see. I'd certainly love to play either more Deep Rock Galactic Survivor or more Millennia. But we'll see if I have time for that. Kind of just depends on where the dates fall. Yeah, not great at clearing. Oh yeah, I have to resummon things. I wonder if there's a way to fix the clearing, though. Possibly using another minion. No, all my minions got murdered by the Diamond Matron. That does make some sense. You know what? Nope. We're just not going to do that. We're just not going to deal with Diamond Matrons right now. I don't know anything about Dwarven Realms now. Any news on PoE 2? PoE 2 news should come out very, very soon. Oh, hey! That's awesome! Thank you very much, Binging. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah. You might have come in at a slightly... I don't want to say... Yeah, you know what? Let's be honest. More negative point in the conversation where I was talking about some of the complaints that I have with last Epoch. But also, to be very clear, overall, I have enjoyed 1.0. And I definitely, even when I'm done playing, say, this build or the next build or whatever I call it quits for 1.0, I'll be coming back to it in the future. I like last Epoch. I like coming back when new stuff comes out. Is it my, you know, play every day forever game? No. But I'll be honest with you. If you told me name a game that's your play every day forever game, I couldn't do it. I can't think of any game that's my play every day forever game. I love trying new stuff and playing different things. Will I be playing the new PoE League? Yes. Also, oh my god, my frames. My frames. Where are the frames going? Who has taken them? Oh, I don't know who took my frames, but oh, that's bad. I blame the ambush. Okay, I got my frames back. I think it was the bees. I'm just gonna blame the bees there. Oh. All right, another lag spike. It just had to prove me wrong. Well, hopefully no more of that. Yeah, if your forever game is League, that's rough, buddy. What's one thing that I wish they would add to Last Epoch? Account-bound meta progression. I think the game's best aspect is being able to reroll and play different builds, because in a lot of ways, gearing your build is progression in the endgame. And I think it is so unfortunate that the meta progression, which should be enhancing that, is instead working against it. Oh no, birds are fine. I played Falconer. It's just the bees' fault. But yeah. I guess the other thing that might be a little bit of a easier request is... No, it's not even an easier request, but more itemization options. Things like experimental affixes. My volatile zombies caused quite a bit of lag there. I wonder if they were the problem. If so, I'll just stop using them. Yep, I'm definitely getting some lag spikes when using volatile zombie at the moment. It's a little unfortunate. There's a lot of room to do interesting things with bow bases. One thing that'd be quite cool There's a game called Tiny Rogues. I don't know if anyone here has played it. But in Tiny Rogues, one of the things that you can do on ranged attacks is repeat them. Some sort of base that would allow you to repeat ranged attacks would be really cool. That would help differentiate between bow attacks and spells. See, for me, I don't actually like theory crafting that much in Last Epoch because I feel like it's too simplistic, where I very quickly end up playing the developer's build. Right. Wraithbringer. Click. Does it really matter what I'm clicking here? Honestly, not really. Doesn't really matter here either because I'm going to respec this soon. I should have tried Death Knights. Oh, base crit. Yeah, we'll give it base crit. And then Dread Shade. So I now have this. I can't do the rooting stuff yet. What is Everlasting Poison? Oh. I wonder if that's worth it. Buffs minions not inside the area. Maximum Shade, Infernal Shade, Frenzy Duration, Volatile Zombie. So the reason I don't particularly like theory crafting is because every time something, gets theory crafted, or at least every time I theory craft something, the end result is I feel like I'm playing the developer's build, where for a lot of the key parts, I'm not making any choices. There's no choice to make. It's just what the developer intended. Let's see. Huh. All right, let's go with increased attack speed, reduced health decay, kind of just picking up some small nodes. I kind of want to do Deadlock at some point, but I don't want to do Deadlock yet. I'm going to try Pernicious Pact. We'll see. Yeah, I think we're in a cycle, but also not in a cycle, is my understanding. That it's kind of a little bit of both. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely getting lag specifically from casting Volatile Zombie. You know what? Let's try this. Let's go back to character select for a second. All right, have a good night. Thank you again for the raid. And also, I'm really glad you enjoy the content. Well, this is a bad sign. All right, let's see. Log back in, see if that fixed it. I think I'll also drop the Volatile Zombie and go back to Dreadshade stuff. Okay, now we get out of here. ASAP. It's been interesting to see the various minion mechanics. Did I misclick? I don't think the servers are very happy with me right now. Might need to exercise a server demon. I also suspect I'll be a lot happier with a build once I get into empowered monos. What can cause explosions that proliferate? Spirit Plague? No, there's no way I have enough damage for Spirit Plague. Now we're just going to specialize this and get some bone armor. It's fine. And then Dreadshade, where are you? There we go. I mean, worst case, if I don't end up liking Wraith Lord, maybe I'll do a Skeleton Mage build, because they've been pretty cool. I do wonder if Death Knights are better, though. There are some problematic enemy types in here. Oh yeah, I should also experiment a little bit with Ghostmaker. First, let me get out of this super, dangerous area. That was a big hit. I shouldn't have stopped there. Should not have stopped. Well, there we go. Okay. Might as well make life hard for myself. Did I miscast the Dreadshade? Yes, I did. I'm not used to having a cooldown. Whoops. Wait, let me put it on a mage. That seems better. Yeah, that's what happens when you kind of don't invest into your character for a bunch of levels. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine in a little bit. Just need to run around in circles. Okay. There's now some permanent poison on multiple of my minions. That's great. Always like to perma-poison multiple minions. Yeah. See? He's super poisoned. Oh, he's actually super poisoned. Okay. I'm just going to let a couple of mages expire here. The 88 one seems fine. Okay, there he goes. Never mind. He wasn't fine. Also, I don't know why I picked up that shield. There we go. Is it worth me super poisoning the big guy? Probably. We'll see how quickly he gets super poisoned to death. Go through this, then I'll level up Transplant. I should hit 63 here, which means I'm very, very, very close to actually getting Wraith Lord. Oh no, it's a Diamond Matron. What have I done? Go! Murder of a Diamond Matron. Actually, it's doing it. Okay. Never mind, we're fine. Oh, minus the healing. Go murder mode. Cool. Diamond Matron officially murdered. Yes. Higher LP chance. You get item rarity, you get experience, which means more favor for your faction, and you get a lot more LP chance. I think it goes up to like 15% at higher corruption. I don't know, that's just a number I heard somewhere. I don't remember. Could also be wrong. Goodbye, Skelly Mages. I guess they stood in the Diamond Matron for too long. This is where having a Wraith Lord with his single target damage would probably help a lot. Because her healing's a problem. But healing isn't an issue if you just get one shot. Let's see. Marked for death on hit. That's, you know, I'm okay with adding that. I think I'm going to go defensive idols, because I'm guessing if you have a Flame Wraith idol, you can't actually make a Flame Wraith Lord. If you can, definitely going to try Flame Wraith Lord. Let's see. 4 points. 1, 2, 3. Marrow Blade seems good. Oh, wait. Right, I need 2 points in this to click it. See, I have no idea if you can or can't make a Flame Wraithlord. I haven't tried it yet. I'm 2 levels away. We'll see. Oh, someone's saying there's no Flame Wraithlord. That's unfortunate. Yeah, 2 more levels. Oh, I don't know why I teleported there. I think when I respec, I'm going to keep Bone Golem for a bit and drop Skeletal Mages. Bone Golem seems quite useful still. Especially because he's big and he taunts stuff. Then I'll see about the Wraith Lord's AI. I'll see about all the summoning stuff. I'll see about the eating minions stuff. But if I want him to eat minions, I think I want something that I can mass summon rather than skeletal mages. Right. Down here we go. I'm not sure yet. I don't know if I can feed him stuff or not. So does he instantly eat all minions, or does he like go through one after another where you can feed him stuff? Because I figured he was kind of like the Summon Reaper in Path of Exile, where it takes it time, and yes, sometimes it will eat the golem. Oh, it eats them all at once. Okay. In that case, we're probably getting rid of Bone Golem too. Yeah, okay. I thought it was, you know, one at a time. That's a little different. Okay. Next, I'll go Haste. Yeah, clearly, hungry Wraith Lord. If I remember correctly, Transplant Rip Blood Marrow Shards is a build archetype. There's a lot of support for it. I have no idea how good it is in terms of single target damage. I'd guess probably not great. But I would also guess the clear speed is excellent. Yeah, Bone Curse does seem like the best way to get a ton of minions. And also some nice utility. I'll see about volatile zombies or not. Ooh. Hello. Hello, Siege Golem. You seem to have annihilated all of my skeletal mages. All right, Golem, come back. I mean, I knew he was going to get poisoned to death eventually. Oh. Oh, god damn it. Oh well, rip loot. It's fine though. Because I think I already completed it. Can summon flame wraiths but can't be one himself. I guess that makes sense. So next I go here and then here? Probably. Silver Frond, don't need. Oh, I should have resummoned minions before I'm in combat. Whoops. Oh, it was my bad. Ghostmaker says when you kill, right? You or your... Ooh. So, I'm going to have to try that. See if that works as a Wraith engine for the Wraith Lord. Might be terrible. Actually, wait a minute. I literally have a Ghostmaker that I can put on right now. I'm not that reliant on Cleaver Solution. Oh, Moxie! Hey, welcome on in, everyone. I'm playing some Wraith Lord. Or about to. I haven't quite gotten there yet. I'm about 64. And let's see. Wanted to grab one of my Ghost Makers. Yeah, I'll grab this one. Just try it out, see how it goes. I should probably read this. Chance to cast when you or one of your wraiths. Chance to cast when you or... Chance... Oh no, more Infernal Shade damage per active wraith against bosses. Nice! Okay. So if I specialized Infernal Shade, that'd be pretty sweet. If your name is David Harbour, then yes, I'm playing your build. If your name is not David Harbour, no, I'm playing his build. Yeah. So you're my minion. I was wondering where you were. So I need you to kill these enemies if you don't mind. Oh. You know, standing in stuff's probably bad, but my health's going up, so maybe it's not that bad. Don't make me root you to the ground and give you auto crit, because I'll do it. Right. So far, my wraiths aren't super sustaining yet. I think because the golem keeps kill stealing them. Yep, that is my plan so far. Wait, I should put a dread shade on one of the wraiths just for now. The problem with that is it's not going to last that long. Ooh. Go over here. They're going down decently fast. So far, so good. Oh, that was such an easy level up that saved me. Yeah, bye-bye, Golem. You will be missed. Oh, wait. No, you won't. You're back. I always prefer treating minions as expendable. Which is why I don't think I'll ever be an A-bomb enjoyer. Too much work. I think I go 2 points Acolytes, then Rain of Blood for additional detonation and Doombringer. So that way, when I respec Skeletal Mages and Golem for the Wraith Lord, I think I'd go Infernal Shade and Bone Curse. And yes, I know there is a Wraith staff as well. I don't have it at the moment. That's something that I'll be farming for, depending on how things go. I say depending on how things go, because legitimately, I could see Ghostmaker potentially being better. Nah, there's no way Infernal Shade does more damage than Wraithlord. There's no way. Oh, ow. Standing in things, bad. Don't do that. 3, 4, 5. +4 zombies sounds pretty good. I have 2 up on it, but I'm not going to slam anything until I've, played around with the build a bit. Because I don't want to make hasty decisions with valuable items. What I do know is I value very high quality of life playstyles. And it sounds like Wraithlord has enough DPS that I don't have to be doing the 100% numerically optimal thing. So my plan is to make a high quality of life version of Wraithlord. You know what? This is a pretty chill zone. So let's just do some more murder in the pretty chill zone. I also suspect I'll want to slowly respec Summon Wraith. Because right now I've gone into cast speed and mana efficiency, and that's not going to matter if I have a Wraith Lord. I don't think I press the Summon Wraith button at all. Well, when he dies, but, he won't die that much. Well, did I reach the end of a soundtrack? I might have reached the end of a soundtrack. So, in a second, I'll fix that. Ooh. Don't think Vitality is that good, but I'll pick it up for now. Yep, I did. So, one moment. I know what I want to play next. Wait, that's the wrong one. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Once the helmet goes on, the gloves come off. I've heard the Wraith Lord has terrible AI too. It is entirely possible that by level 80, I reroll off of Wraith Lord because its AI is so bad. But we'll just see. We will just see. Oh, come here, Golem. Have a Dreadshade. Either really good or does not. I wonder if there's a minion force attack. I'm getting a little bit of a slideshow again. I think at 65, when I do respecs, I'm gonna restart the game. Oh no, when I say force attack, I mean like you target an area on the ground and it automatically attacks it. Like an actual force attack. Yep, we're back in slideshow land, which is a little... Oh, wait. Oh, so it does. Probably should have tested that before saying anything. Whoops. So I'm guessing if Wraith Lord doesn't listen... Wait, no. This doesn't force attack. This force moves. No. See, they run over here. But what I want is for the Golem to use his attack right now. That's what I mean by a force attack key. So even if the Wraith Lord was derping and not attacking stuff, I could select a place and go smack that spot real hard. Yeah, there's definitely some memory leak stuff going on here. Unfortunately. Trying to remember, is the teleport mod only when you use a potion, or is there also one on boots when you use a traversal skill? I vaguely remember something about there being one on boots when you use a traversal skill. Well, and there we go. We died. Okay. Well, we're gonna Alt F4 and hopefully fix this. Experimental mod traversal. Okay. I'm pretty sure I have a pair with that mod. That's good. Right. The reason I wanted to Alt F4 is to hopefully get a little bit of a reset on this. Yeah. Do I think it's possible to make a build that can face tank everything at 200 plus corruption? Not going to be super easy, but yes. I do think that you can face tank most things at 200 corruption. I don't think you can face tank most things at 1,000. In fact, I think at 1,000 you start getting splattered unless you're bug abusing. Let's see if this is going to be a... Actually, no, I'm just going to end the process for last epoch quickly. Make sure Steam shuts it all down correctly and restart it. Okay. Not quite sure why, but ever since 1.0, last epoch's taken a lot longer to start up than most other games. Most other games, it'll be like a couple seconds or under a second if it's on my solid state drive. Last epoch's like, I have to think about it. Which, I don't know if that's some sort of anti-cheat solution they have, or if my computer just hates it. Either way, I can see that the process has started. But it'll take like another 20 seconds for the game to appear. I am Circle of Fortune. I've also noticed if it doesn't appear for quite a bit, the best thing to do is end the process and restart it, and then it launches almost immediately. Yes, I think it's after the full offline Steam change that it's doing something just a little weird. But I mean, a game starting up a little slow, not the worst thing. You know, I'm 62. I wonder if I can put the boots on. I think the reason I can't is I used those in a video. I'm fairly sure they had like a T6 mod. Yep. Yeah, I kill the process and it tends to fix it. And then it just takes a little bit after I get into the game to actually boot up. Although, interestingly, this part, the slow logging in, that did happen even before. There we go. Maybe? Yep, there we go. So. Almost to 65. No. I'm pretty sure the T6 mod's sealed. Can I do this? Looks like yes, I can. That's not it. Word gained, traversal skill, frenzy effect. Watch, it's probably going to be sitting in my other character's inventory. Or maybe it's just not called experimental anymore. Oh, here we go. I think this is the pair. Oh, it's only tier 5. Either way. It's got some cool stuff on it. I would absolutely equip these. Once I get to the level where I can. It's going to take a little bit because it requires 77. Because I super crafted them. Right. See, that's the thing. If you seal your experimental mods, Rune of Removal can't target them anymore. All right, so I died there. I'm just going to go over here then. It's fine. And hopefully I'll be able to hit 65 in here. Ow. I'm not planning to go Skeleport. I've used that in builds before. But at least for now, I'm going to stick with Transplant. Because I want to have the Bone Curse. Oh, Diamond Matrons, really? Okay, we're just going to run away from those. I have no idea how the Circle of Fortune Gambler works. I don't click it because it's not good. Oh, I was like, why am I dying? Answer, you have 1 billion poison stacks on you. Yeah, that would do it. Poison stacks are brutal. Also, I might not be fully poison res capped. Oh, hi, Diamond Matron. No, go away. Bye, Diamond Matron. There we go. Echo conquered, but I'm not quite leveled up. So let's see if I can get just a little teeny bit more EXP here. Oh, look, more minions. The proper minion army fantasy. When even the beetles are coming to your aid. Oh. That's a lot of keys. Bye-bye, Golem Boy. Oh, do I have to kill the Oh. I was like, do I have to kill the Diamond Matron? And then the Diamond Matron just exploded. So yeah, I have to kill the Diamond Matron. It's totally chill. We're so close. We're almost 65. Let's go. Oh! I'm out of here. I'll fix this later. I'll fix a lot of this later. I'm sure the tree needs fixing. Let's see. I'm at 17, 18, 19, 20, so I do that. And then respec, despecialize, despecialize. Oh yeah, I don't know if a Wraith Lord's health decays. That's going to be interesting to find out. His health does not decay. Okay, so we can respec some stuff here. Remove points. Yeah. Okay. Here, I'll show you a hack for finding out how builds do damage. You type the word more. Wait, it does decay? Huh, he seems to be out regenning his decay right now. Wait, did I break something? Yeah, I broke something. I guess that's a Wraith Lord. Oh, yes. I meant for the purposes of delay the end. Because I'm assuming Infernal Shade will not be affected by the delay the end node. Yeah. Yeah, more damage. That's 5%. Locus of Death. Can't move. Wraith's crits deal more damage. I wonder if... So with Covenant of Souls, I can control more Wraiths. But does that mean the Wraith Lord himself summons more Wraiths? Might see on that. I mean, Grave Reality seems pretty good. Let's see. Locus of Death also seems very good if I do the rooted thing. More melee attack speed. Summons 3 additional Wraiths, but it has a cooldown. Shorter cooldown, but doesn't reduce their cooldown. I'm guessing his abilities have a cooldown. Then larger, more damage, and hit a larger area. Oh, wait. Oh, that's huge. Okay, we're going to start with Sequel of Avarice. All right. So 1, 2, 3. You know, I don't know if Twin... So if I have Twin Spirit, that means I don't need this. Wait, he doesn't melee? Okay. Still 60% more damage. I'm still going to try that. Okay, so I'm going to drop those, because I'm going to be limited to 2 anyway from Twin Spirits. And I'm going to do Infernal Shade, I think. Mostly just give me another button to click and Bone Curse. Marked for Death, Bone Prison. Bone Prison has gaps, so now he can eat... Wait, I don't think the Bone Prison health matters. Yeah, that node is huge. Yeah, I'm going to go to Brittle Bones. And then for this... Again, the hack, more damage. What does more damage mean? You would need Minion or Totem Armor Shred, or a way to apply your Armor Shred to Minions and Totems. Let's see, additional shades, more damage, Blaze Shade, which deals more. Infernal Shade deals more direct damage for each second it's been active. That seems kind of cool. And it would give haste and speed. Nah, that seems like a good way to kill my Wraith Lord constantly. I think for now, I'm just going to use this as a cheap button to press. Let's see. Like so. Hey, how's it going, CJ? It's been a bit. How are you doing? All right, this is going to be my first map as a Wraith Lord. We've done it. We've achieved it. We have the technology. Oh no, we're going into the mud flats. All right, everyone watch out for Roas. And Dreadshade. What? That hurts. That hits pretty hard. Okay. Oh yeah, I was supposed to do this. And I can do this, which gives him a bunch of minions to eat. Let's see. Summon Wraith should be on my bars, but Golem should not. All right. I'm starting to see what you mean about the lack of AoE. It's going to be nice to just pull him to me when I teleport with my boots. Player has been ambushed. Right. Oh, is that what you mean by him getting confused? Because he looked very confused there. No, I missed. That was an interesting experience. What I will say is that was an interesting experience. Okay, this... I'm not going to worry too much until I get down to Sequel of Avarice. Yeah, for now, I'm using Infernal Shade almost as an actual damage button. But I could very well turn him into a buff later. Yeah, but if he spends less time spawning babies, he'll have more time to attack. It's fine. I'm going to try one more map here before going into the boss stuff. Okay, so I put that. Wait. Did it eat my Dreadshade without going on him? Okay, the Dreadshade has now gone on the baby Wraith. Of course. That sounds about right. Yeah, I'm going to go the limit 2 route because it means I get a big old damage multi. Oh, he is beating that mage up. Nice. Also, the mage does damage to me. I'm going to just grab this to use as fodder. I mean, there's some rough edges here for sure. But I did just respec, so that makes sense. Right. Oh. Do this. Cast some of these guys. The single target damage from this is absurd. So, can you not put Dreadshade on Wraithlord? Or is something else weird happening here? Don't think it says anything about that. So if I target a Wraithlord and cast... Oh, why did it do it that time and not the others? What the heck? That was weird. That was very weird. I cast it multiple times and it didn't work. And now it works. Also, I'm not sure the poison is the right route. It seems to be killing him rather quickly. So let's try remove this and remove this for now. Let's see. Yep. Keep that. Keep this. I don't think I need more damage. For now, I think instead I'm going to go for, where was it? Oh, that doesn't, never mind. I should have kept the damage. That doesn't do what I thought it did. Oh, well, that's fine. Let's see. So I'm going to get rid of this. Because I only need that for Lone Watcher. Let's see that. What other nodes modify duration? Casting Dread Shade refreshes Infernal Shades. Increased buff effect per missing health. I don't think I really need that anymore. Just going to remove some extra points here for now. And then re-level the skills. There we go. 2, 3. So now he's much more limited. Here we've got this. Let's see. Infernal Shade deals more damage but has a reduced duration. No. What I want is this. I think one other point in ignition. Don't really need to reattach. So max 4 active shades. So I do have to be careful of that because my shade limit's global. And then I do this. And then this. And then Drowned Thedema. Right. So now I wait a little bit. And this. Nope. Too early. Okay. We'll just wait a little bit again here. Do some shade stuff. That's pretty good. Okay. So. Did he really teleport and dodge it? What the heck? Oh, and it went on this guy instead. All right. One of these days, we will get the shade on the correct Wraith. There we go. Okay. Oh, resummoning him works? That's good to know. I mean, it's unfortunate that I have to do that, but it's good to know that I can. Did you kill everything? Yeah, you did. Good. Good job. Now... Oh, wait, no. That's not what I thought it was. It's fine. I think you have to take the cooldown node. 100% crit is just insane. It's so much damage. Yeah, I noticed it's wonky, which is a little weird. I feel like it should be just locking onto the hitbox so that when the enemy is highlighted, but there's some sort of bug preventing it from doing that right at the start. But it's fine. This is just the stuff you learn on the way. I figured the blind node was irrelevant. I just hadn't had the points to put it in earlier, and I'm waiting for more stuff to, you know, be available. Actually, I might have enough points now. Let's find out. Oh, I totally do. Cool. So even more speed. And then I don't think I need to put damned on stuff. I don't want to accelerate the health decay rate yet. Mana efficiency doesn't really matter. Doomed Wrath is the way to go, isn't it? Any findings from testing? One very annoying thing. So after you zone, if you try to put Dreadshade on your Wraith Lord, it just eats your Dreadshade. So what you have to do is resummon the Wraith Lord, then Dreadshade it. That's the first big finding so far. I'm sure more to come. I've only been using this for a very little bit. Okay. Sequel of Avarice. I'm going to make him huge. This is already pretty good. This is pretty good. I think if I try this, I really need to get all 4 points at once. So I'm just going to wait on leveling this up. Yes. Lone Watcher is what I have. Though it does still scale into increased damage taken. But Pernicious Pact replaces that. So if I try Pernicious Pact again, I have to be a little bit careful. What else was I going to do here? Yeah, Bone Shred or Bone Armor Shred, I think. No, Bone Curse, not Bone Armor. There we go. And now, Island Battlefield. Gonna go through the Summon the Shade and buff the Shade. So like so. And like so. Okay. Yeah, he gets his hat properly now. Oh, this is a dead end. Well, get blasted, enemies. I think for some of these... I need just a little more Infernal Shade damage, and that would actually be a really solid clear augmentation. I also don't think I need to keep Dreadshade up right now. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think it makes a difference at the moment. Feels like Dreadshade is more of a, hey, there's a big guy over here. Get him. Maybe once I hit Empowered Monos. Oh, wait. It was already dead by the time I Bone Cursed. That was rather ineffective. Let's see here. I mean, if you end up just teleporting the Wraith Lord around, you can go with a permanent duration shade. Yeah. I don't think he needs health at the moment, though. I think he's just chilling. This content's too easy for the Wraith Lord. So if anything, I should just be a little bit more aggressive about running past stuff. Oh. Yeah, that's another option to use Drain Life, as I remember you often did that in Flame Wraith builds. But that's something that I'll explore later. Because right now I have to get out of content where the Wraith Lord is so OP that it doesn't matter what I do. That way I can actually measure the impact of some of the changes that I'm making. Hello, Liath. You know, I shouldn't be talking. Whatever. Yeah, probably. Gonna take a bit, since I just hit monos. I don't know, might be relevant on Lagan. All right, I'll go back to this. We'll see how this goes. Oh, wait, that was... Never mind. The unlimited duration is something else entirely. Never mind at all. But I am going to refresh... I think I'll refresh Infernal Shades. Honestly, a lot of these nodes just don't seem very impactful right now. So I'll get Lingering Doom, because that's going to have an impact. That's base damage. Oh, Infernal Shades, what? Got it. Okay. Now we bully Lagan. It's like, I thought I read that a bit ago. Come here, buddy. Oh, man, that's damage. All right. It's going to teleport me down here anyway. Might as well just head over here. All right. There's a trick to this. It always goes in a circle. So if you just keep walking in the circle, it won't murder you. Just don't go too fast, because you'll literally walk into the wave. I'm not going to be feeding him volatile zombies. Not what I want to do right now. Okay. That's a little unfortunate. We'll just teleport through. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna go over here for safety. Feed the Wraith Lord. Yeah, you can kind of just cheese this fight down here. I thought that might have hit me. It's a bit of a problem. Oh yeah, I should refresh the shade. Oh no, I'm stuck. Oh, it didn't kill me. I was very worried it was going to kill me because I got stuck in the tentacle after cheesing the fight. Which, to be fair, I probably would have deserved for cheesing the fight. But, you know. All right, we'll get this. Health regen. So, here's the bone prison stuff. Oh, he died. But yeah, he definitely eats them. Yeah, I'm going to fan the flames more. Let's see. Bone armor chance. Skeleton Vanguard. You know? Sure. Sure. Let's add more things for him to eat. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but we're going to do it. I should respect this at some point. That cannot auto-trigger with transplant, no. I think the biggest thing... Yeah, bone armor and heal is nice, but I don't need it quite yet. That's the thing. I think right now, this is fine. I'm already getting bone armor from my transplant. And I think the bone armor from my transplant is even better, because it has plated bone. So I'd rather just wait for this to be like points 18, 19, 20. In fact, Yeah, it's literally 17, 18, 19, 20. And take Entreat the Damned first. Resummon. Oh, got to get out of that. Gave him a hat. Ooh. Yeah, I do think eventually the heal on Bone Curse will be quite nice. That's more of a slightly later game thing. Because at the moment, I could have a lot more defenses if I actually, I don't know, equipped gear. It's basically just if I equipped gear. But since it's not enough of a problem, like I'm not playing hardcore or anything, so I might as well just wait until I'm a couple levels higher. I can equip more stuff, all that. Oh. Yes, that's why I'm using Bone Curse. Because it puts up Marked for Death. It debuffs a bunch of enemies. It's overall really good. Sometimes I just use it like there to feed the Wraith. Sometimes, like here, I use it to actually debuff the Blood Spire so that... Wait, why aren't you shooting the Blood Spire? Bad Wraith. Okay, and let's do this. See how fast the mage gets nuked. Oh, fast. Like, super fast. I think his damage goes up. Right? I still have... Yeah, I have one more node for sequel. God. Why does this have 3 points? This is so ridiculous. Why does this have 3 points? I mean, I know why. It's because normally you have to take Twin Spirit. But, like, that's so absurd. That is actually ridiculous. What else am I going to do here? I'm kind of out of points that feel super impactful, so I guess I'll just go back to putting things in Grim Fate. All right, my inventory is full of junk. Most of which I can't equip yet. Wait, that I wanted to mess with. The keys can go in here. I don't need a 1 LP. Do I need a 1 LP Grimoires? Yeah, Grimoire's pretty good. I don't mind that. And then this is 0 LP, so that gets thrown out. I think I need plus Wraith levels before I can really do that. I forget where plus Wraith levels are. Yeah, I don't have any... Wait, is it on my filter? It should be highlighted. Chest. Yeah, I just haven't found a good chest for it yet. But eventually I do plan to do that. Problem with that is I really wanted Sequel of Avarice. And I think Fallen Reclamation for the speed is really important. Oh, wait, I don't need 2 points here. Wait, I can grab a point. Cool. I can put that over here. So then it's what? 1... Ooh. Right. That's crit leech as well. So in theory, I could do this and drop Necrotic Hunger. But for now, I have, what? 16 points, so I get 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'd get 1, 2, 3 more later. Oh, no, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. And I guess I only get 1 in Fallen Reclamation, or I give up a little bit of either crit strike or crit damage. Wait, crit strike chance doesn't matter. Because, okay, so I only need 2 points there. I'd put a 3 here. TLDR, I need a +3 chest before I can do all that. And right now it doesn't matter that much because I'm one-shotting everything anyway. That's the TLDR. There you go, have a hat. I'm liking the Infernal Shade so far. I don't know how well the damage will scale, because I'm pretty sure Infernal Shade's damage over time. I'm very much not a believer in higher number better. So many of my decisions are the exact opposite of higher number better. Because at the end of the day, I want something that I enjoy playing. No. Well, Little Wraith gets that one because I misclicked. Oh, ambush. Okay. So that, and then next I'll start going towards the crit stuff. And here, I think I can get 1 more. And Fan the Flames. Bone Curse, I start going in the Bone Armor area. Dread Shade, Grim Fate, Transplants. What do I want from Transplant now? I definitely want Bone Curse. That's where I go next. I just finished playing Warlock. Personally, I did have quite a bit of fun with it. That said, I can also see why you might not like it, because it's kind of Chthonic Fissure build. So if you don't like how Chthonic Fissure works, you will not like Warlock right now. I feel like Wraithlord is really good at arena waves. Ow. Why did I let him hit me? Should have summoned Bone Walls. Or Infernal Shades. Or anything. I do think that's one unfortunate thing about Warlock. It's kind of the better Necro.Lich at this point. Because Torment is so much stronger than anything you could do in the past with Wandering Spirits. Ooh. It's going to get a little spooky here, but I think we'll be fine. Yeah, we were fine. Block ring. Okay. Int ring with minion dodge. I don't know about that, but I might slam it into something. Oh yeah, do I have a... I wonder. I do not have an LP Ribbons of Blood. Although, I guess that's melee physical damage, so it's probably not that important, to be honest. Ooh, Scepter. Also, I should swap off of Ghostmaker now. I should probably start farming Aberrant's Call as soon as I hit Empowered Monos. Right now, what I need to do is get slightly more in the habit of not griefing myself with the bone walls. Because I 100% just griefed myself there. Like, here's where you summon Bone Wall. Buddy? Buddy, you okay? No? I guess that's what people mean by he forgets how to do his job. So when it comes to pushing, some monos do tend to have easier enemy types. Also, some have easier bosses. But if you're talking about all things being equal with your build, does one have a shorter route than another? Not really. It's much more about what you can farm in the mono than pushing in a specific one. Yeah, he got stuck. It's okay, though. We need 10 more levels till he stops doing that or does that less. He's going to get stuck for quite a while. That could be a belt upgrade, actually. Crit strike avoidance. I haven't been picking up enough hybrid health shards. I need to go back to doing that, apparently. This is what we do for this. That's why I stopped highlighting it. That would make sense. Right. I have no idea what I want to do later. Full life for now. I'll figure the rest out as I go. Oh, that's an arena. I don't feel like doing another arena. Okay. Do that. Dot up some of you guys. You hold still for a second and get your Dreadshade hat on. Uh-oh. Why can't I move that way? That's an interesting bug. My character's pathing around an object here. Yes. Certain boss drops are only found in that mono from that boss. In terms of general items, no. Well, I accidentally put it on the Little Wraith again. I think this is going to be coming a bit of a repeating pattern, isn't it? Look, zombies. Let's set them on fire. Because who doesn't like burning zombies? Right there, have your hat. Have your wall. Oh, it's dead already. If you're using Last Steps of a Living, I can 100% see why you went with something else there. I don't know that I'm necessarily going to be using Last Steps of a Living. Haven't planned that far ahead. I have some pretty good minion teleport boots. So for now, the plan is to just use the minion teleport boots. What's funny is I have no real damage mods on my weapon either. No, he got confused. Hey, buddy. There. Get unconfused. Ooh. Mercurial boots. You gotta love exalted move speed. That doesn't look friendly. Bone Axe. I don't remember what Bone Axe does. Have to check that. Let's see. Minion melee damage. Wait, minion melee damage? Does he do melee damage? Better question. What are the other... there's Bone Scythe. Did you mean Bone Scythe with the minion necrotic pen? Oh, Bone... Oh, Bone Harvester. Oh, I thought you meant Bone Axe. Here, let me do this. So Dragon Bone Axe is minion melee damage. Which I don't know if that does or doesn't work. Haven't found out what damage type he does. But if I type minion, and let's just limit it to weapons here. See, there's Bone Scythe, which is necrotic pen, minion necrotic pen. One-handed axe with necrotic spell. Oh, Soul Harvester. Soul Harvester. Yep. Yeah, it is pretty neat. You know what? Let's make a new rule. I want to try one. Item type. One-handed axe. Soul Harvester specifically. Recolor. I'll pick one up and see how it goes. Not like I'm using an actual weapon at the moment anyway. Oh, good. Neither of these... Oh, the arena's down over there. Got it. Nope. So far, I see some of the complaints in terms of Wraith Lord and AI and all that, where it's definitely not perfect. But at the same time, it's not that bad. I think I just need the teleport when I teleport, which is just a matter of leveling up a bit. That'll help very significantly. And then I just need to get better at aiming my dread shades. Ooh. Oh, I went down a dead end. Damn it! Damn it, Wraith Lord! You're supposed to navigate for me. I could see Aberrant Call being good. I was definitely thinking of getting one, but I could also see it being bad. That I'll have to get one and try it out and see how it goes. That's why I've been theory crafting, to, you know, find out what works. Hey, could you guys stop? I like how I put Bone Curse on something and it just gets one shot immediately. This guy is such overkill for this level of content. Yeah, name locking would be really, really good for that. With that said, though, I think this is where I'm going to call it, mostly because it's getting late and I haven't had dinner yet. So, thank you very much to everyone who tuned in. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm going to find someone to raid who's still playing. Let's see here. Who's still playing some video games? Oh, here we go. So, I'm going to raid Volca. I hear he loves minion builds. You should ask him about some minion builds when you get there. But thank you very much to everyone who tuned in. Do be sure to drop a follow if you want to find your way back. You know, get subscribed over on YouTube, leave a like, all the fun stuff. For now, since I've explored things a little bit, it's time to call it here. Oh, there's an underscore. Go have some dinner, and then do more Wraith Lord.